Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Bass in your face. Bass in your face.
With the channel or watching this channel for the first time, the reason why it is called Uncommon Sense, because here on this background, on this channel, we discuss everyday issues where we try to find logical solutions. But not everyone uses logic. So for that reason, it is called Uncommon Sense. I also have another YouTube channel called Latina Diaspora, where I discuss issues pertaining to Latinos. I want to let everybody know that I'm currently live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Also, the subscriber mode has been enabled for the first 5 minutes, meaning if you're not a subscriber and if you wish to enter a comment in the chat, you need to subscribe to the channel. As always, I want to give a huge shout out to all those who already subscribed to the channel, whether you've been a supporter from the very beginning or just recently joined. I really appreciate your love and continued support. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who follow me on social media, as well as those who allow me to enter into devices, and those who watch from clouds, even the haters. So what I'm going to ask you to do, if you have not done so already, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe, like, and hit the notifications to all. So therefore, whenever I do produce content, you will have the opportunity to catch it live or catch it on the playback. Now, tonight we're having another episode of discussion. Now, originally, I was supposed to go live tomorrow night, but I'll be going out for evening. Hence, so that's why I'm doing this episode of open discussion tonight. I also want to let everybody know that the link to join the panel has been pinned. Should anyone wishes to hit the link and opine about anything that we will be talking about, they may do so. However, if I never seen you before, or I've never heard from you before, I will insist that you come up in the backstage to make sure that no one tries to flash any adult material, which will cause the people of YouTube to take down the stream. Once I determine that you are going to comply with my rules and guidelines, then I'll let you on the panel. So, first of all, let's discuss next week's schedule. So I will go live on Sunday night, Sunday night, my main channel. Tuesday night, I'll be my other channel. And then Thursday night and Friday night will be I'll be doing lives on this platform. Now, generally in the middle of the week, I usually go live around 9 o'clock. And on Sunday and on Fridays, when I do go live, I usually go live at 10 o'clock. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is the passing of the Reverend Jesse Jackson. Many of you are now aware that he passed away recently. He is 84 years old. He is known to be very active in the African American community, as an advocate for civil rights. He was a protege of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And of course, he made two unfortunately unsuccessful bids to become president of the United States. Of course, he's not the first Black person to run for president. The first Black person to run for president was Shirley Chisholm in 1972. And of course, for every person, he had his strengths and he had his flaws. He was exposed to having years ago. I do not state this to condemn. I state this to make it a point that we need to be mindful that the fact that our leaders, or those that we choose to be our leaders, are not perfect. They're flawed in some way or fact that he lived a long life. It does not take away the fact that he advocated for Black people. It does not take away the fact that he was a voice for the African American community for many years. So I just like to express my condolences to the family and friends of Jesse Jackson. May his soul rest in peace. I am not going to speculate regarding where he'll end up as far as his soul is concerned. That's a matter between himself and God Almighty. So the next thing that I want to talk about is which I call change. It's something that happens in many different aspects in our life. And of course, we change in one way or another. Okay. In fact, I believe that the Bible talks about that as a child, I used to think like a child. Then I became an adult and I put aside childish things. Well, many adults are able to put aside childish beliefs because they learn. Many of them have a strong moral compass that was developed under the guidance of their parents or their grandparents or whoever raised them. Others, they don't have much of a moral compass and they act like children. And we have seen this not just here on social media, but also in our lives outside. And of course, the difference between those individuals and other individuals is that we're able to articulate what we believe without getting emotional. Not everyone can do that. And I just deal accordingly. Okay. Now, of course, I interact with different types of people. Some of them, unfortunately, they're very immature. Unfortunately, some of them have a huge sense of entitlement. And then there are those who are able to, we can disagree and be mutually respectful. We can state our viewpoints, we can state our opinions without being personal and without the need of proving that we're right and they're wrong. Okay. Our actions will speak for us. And either they'll speak positive about us or negative about us. Okay? A bad tree cannot produce good fruit, and a good tree cannot produce bad fruit. And one thing we do have to bear in mind is that hurt people. Okay. Now, I've said this before and I'll say it again, and then explain to you what I mean by that. I'm talking about people that had trauma that they never dealt with. They never sought counseling. They never sought a therapist to deal with whatever situation happened. It might be something that happened in their childhood. It might be something that happened in the adult years or later on. We cannot, or we should not, try to sink to that level. I mean, we're going to be cordial, but if we cannot interact, the best thing to do is just leave them be and not bother with them. Okay. I have to learn the hard way, but I have learned it nevertheless. And of course, one of the biggest changes that anyone can go through is retirement. Okay. You go from being getting up every day, getting to work, deal with some of the crazy things that happen, and having a lot of free time in your hands. I know for a fact that there's some people that actually fear retirement because they're not able to do what they want, or they have nothing planned. So I would submit to you, before you think about retirement, think about how you're going to spend your golden years. Okay? And there's a lot you can do. If you have the means, you can travel. If you're a knowledge of learning, you can go to school. If you're the type of person that like to give of yourself, you can always volunteer your services, whether it be at a food pantry or maybe a senior citizen center. In other words, try to find ways to make yourself productive in your later years. And only you can answer those questions. I cannot answer those questions fun. But I will say this much. I plan to be very active at times. I'll still continue to attend activities with my local. I will also join the Retirees Association and be active there. Plus, I have 2 senior citizen centers in my neighborhood where I can go. So I plan to keep myself very busy. And of course, every now and then travel. Okay. And of course, there's certain countries that I want to visit. Spain is one. Great Britain is another. I would like to visit Colombia again and Mexico. Now, when it comes to Mexico, maybe when the political situation is a little bit more calmer, I may visit Mexico. One thing I'm definitely going to do, and I haven't had the opportunity to do so, is go on a cruise. Probably, okay, and one of them is definitely the Caribbean, and the other one, of all places, Alaska. And you're probably wondering, why would I want to go there? I mean, first of all, there's a natural beauty of Alaska that cannot be found anywhere else. Now tonight I'm doing something a little different. So tonight I'm having some background music. Try to bring some life into the conversation. Now, for the benefit of those of you who are just joining in, I'm having another episode of Open Discussion where I share my views on several topics. And of course, anyone can opine by entering the comments in the chat. Also, if you have anything that you want me to discuss, I will do my best to comply. Now, if you ask me to speak about something where I do not have a great deal of knowledge, I'm going to be transparent and say so. Now, there's going to be, of course, there'll be some topics which I will avoid because, frankly, it makes me feel uncomfortable to discuss it. I'll let you know what all those topics are. Let me see. Just give me a moment. Every now and then, I do have to check, see if there's anyone watching on Instagram. The other night, there was a person in the backstage, and I completely forgot. So it's like trying to juggle so many things. Now, one of the things I have discussed before, and I'm going to discuss it again, is mental health issues. Now, I know I've discussed them before on many occasions. The reason why I discuss those topics, is because there is a need. Okay, there are many people dealing with depression, and the problem with depression, if left untreated, it could lead to other mental health issues, including, unfortunately, self-deletion. It is a sad fact that many people are so hurt, so depressed, so dumb that the only solution that they see is to check out our life completely and stop of it. Because they are under the impression that if they delete themselves, problem will be over. The problem is what it does, it leaves a lot of scars for your loved ones. And then what happens is it leaves a sense of guilt. And people thinking, blaming themselves because unfortunately you made a decision to check out life altogether. As a person that actually has some thoughts, I can tell you it's not a solution. And while it may seem absolutely dark, while it seems like there may be no solution, there is a solution. You just have to love yourself and for yourself sufficiently know that you matter. Okay? And that despite what you are feeling, the world is in a better place because you are in it. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is, of course, we have midterm elections this year. So what we're going to do is we're going to decide who's going to be our representative in the House, and then in places we're going to decide who's going to be our senator. In other states, like New York, we're going to decide who's going to be governor. And the Republicans are in a state of panic because they're anticipating that they may lose control of the House and possibly the Senate. But it's a mess of their own creation, okay? Because this Congress under the Republican control has been the least active as far as legislation is concerned. And they have done virtually nothing to help their constituencies. So it is anticipated that the Democrats will gain control of the House, possibly the Senate. And if that happens, this should be very interesting in the light of what President Trump has done or failed to do. But I would say my suggestion would be do not base your campaign on that President Trump is bad, President Trump is incompetent, President Trump is insane. No. Instead, focus on what you're going to do for your constituency. Because we have millions of Americans who are living paycheck to paycheck. Food's gotten so expensive. Land has become so expensive. Buying electronics and other things have gotten expensive because of the tariffs. And remember, Trump ran on a campaign that's going to bring grocery prices down day one. Wow, I have lost track, whatever, but not only have food prices has not gone down, they're gone up. Not to mention the fact that all throughout, no, no, when Joe Biden was president, Donald Trump has mentioned the fact that he seems to be now suffering from dementia. Well, lo and behold, have you seen him speak lately? In fact, there are many health practitioners that suspect that Donald Trump may have advanced dementia. And I say may have because he has not undergone a psychological evaluation. Most likely he's not going to do that. And of course, he's talking about $2,000 stimulus checks. But guess what, folks? There's been no discussion in the House regarding such a stimulus check. And also in the whole notion that we're going to use the proceeds from the tariffs to issue $2,000 stimulus checks. The problem is this. Well, the only thing that has been done is raise $200 billion because of tariffs. And if we're talking about a $2,000 stimulus check for people making less than $75,000 a year, for individuals and less than $150,000 a year, for married couples, it's going to cost you minimum $400 billion, probably more. So that means whatever savings that they've got because of the tax disappear in a puff of smoke, and we generate at least another $200 billion debt for our $2,000 stimulus check. But what can he do? Get rid of the tariffs, set up policies to control the price of groceries and medication. Will that happen? I'm not holding my breath. We shall see. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is we'll soon be approaching baseball season. Okay. And of course, we have 30 teams in Major League Baseball. And of course, each one striving not only to do well, but hopefully to get in the playoffs in the World Series. So we're going to see some surprises. We're also going to see some disappointments. And some interesting stories regarding teams that were given no chance to succeed, but to succeed. Of course, my question is this the year the Yankees win the World Series? We shall see. Yes, we shall see. Now, I see here that no one's hitting the link. So, and it's okay. It happens like that. I'm making some subtle changes starting with next week's lives. I use a hashtag. This year I'm trying out. This time I'm not doing it to see if that generates any interest. Of course, I'm going to try to do better with my thumbnails, trying to make it engaging. Excuse me. Other than water is nothing more refreshing than a glass of iced tea. Okay. Now, the final thing that I want to talk about is the car. Okay. Now, I know that I can do better trying to maintain the car on the platform, particularly when it comes to people that argue. Let me make this perfectly clear. Like, one thing I won't do is pick a side. Okay, first of all, because all it does is create a lot of animosity, okay, and a lot of ill will. So I do try to call it down the middle, and ask that those who are on the panel and the chat to cool it. If I have to like mute people, so I have bad people, not many, but regarding me, regarding my guidelines, and regarding my cyber. Okay. I don't tell people how to run their on their platforms. I expect the same courtesy. Now, if you have a suggestion, that's different, but only a suggestion. Okay. When everything is said and done, I'm responsible for everything that happens here. Everything. Even though I don't instigate it, it's called taking accountability. And that's something that some people are afraid to do, because for them, accountability is like kryptonite. Because accountability means that you have to answer for something, whether because of your words or whether because of your actions. And let me make this perfectly clear. When I ask everyone to chill out, I mean everybody. I don't mean one individual. I mean everyone that's going back and forth. I mean, if you don't like the way I do things, you're more than welcome to leave. Because it is my platform. I have put in a lot of effort and energy, and I will continue to do so. If I have to ban people, so be it. And they can say it up front whatever they want, but they will say it on their platform. Not here. Let me just check and see. So every now and then, of course, I have to make sure that, if the people watching Instagram, to acknowledge them. Now, with that being said, I will start the wrap this up. what I will say is that am I perfect? No. I am just trying to be the best version of myself. And the fact of the matter is, I am not going to go wretched. I'm not going to try to create drama simply to get clicks and views. I will continue producing content that hopefully people will enjoy. Now, I do miss the people that used to visit this platform. I understand that people have lives outside of YouTube, so they may not have the time to stop by and watch my content. So be it. Now, starting next week, I'll do a couple of polls. And hopefully it will create some interaction, something to think about. Okay. But I do appreciate all of you who either watch my content live or watch it on the playback. Okay. Because it all helps the algorithm. As of now, I'm getting closer to 2,000 subs. I never thought I would gain that many, but I'm humble. Okay. And I truly appreciate all of you who support this platform. I appreciate your thoughts. I appreciate your prayers. Appreciate your suggestions. And of course, I will continue to be the best version of myself. So with that being said, of course, I encourage the playback in to leave whatever comments they wish. All I ask is to please be respectful, because if they're rude or disrespectful, they're going to be deleted. And you will be blocked. So don't show me, please. Well, with that being said, I'm going to close this thing way that I always close. We must do everything possible to avoid the presence of the mentally and intellectually challenged, because if we fail to do so, we will be infected by the stupidity and massive insanity. And of course, with everything said and done, we should do for the glory of God. And I do appreciate all of you. I appreciate your thoughts. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your presence and your prayers. And with that being said, I will depart. I hope all of you have a wonderful weekend. Try to make it positive. And also, before I forget, they're talking about more snow this weekend, most likely Sunday and Monday. So hopefully it won't be a lot of, but if it is, I am not going to go outside if I don't have to. And luckily for me, Mondays and Tuesdays, I work home. So with that being said, I thank you for your time. I thank you for your presence. I thank you for being you. So I will wish all of you a very good night. Take care. Stay blessed. And